I had an interesting exchange when I was talking about Steph Curry and I was talking about the three ball in my video that I did because one of the regulars wrote and said that uh, David Stern helped him because of his daddy and said that, how much he benefited and he wouldn't be top 10 and all that. Well, I wanted to address this. After Magic and Bird, David Stern stamped Michael Jordan through Steph Curry because remember, Stern retired when Curry was emerging. So Michael Jordan through Steph Curry benefited from David Stern after Magic and Bird. Because remember, they had won rings and they were on steel tape the later afternoon games. Stern got Jordan. Everybody from Jordan through Steph Curry benefited from the David Stern, not just Steph Curry. I'm not going to sit here and romanticize and act like Jordan didn't have the rules after the Pistons and the physicality because he benefited. Everybody benefited after Magic and Bird from the David Stern rules. This notion that it's just something that just emerged from Stern Adam Silver is nonsense. There were always superstar calls and superstar guys, and Stern himself said his starting five at that time, 20 years ago, was Shaq, Tim Duncan, and he wanted Kobe and Michael Jordan, and I think Tim Duncan. He had his five. He was very starstruck. They always have been starstruck. That means LeBron James benefited from Stern, and anybody else that's been a big name player, Dwayne Wade, Nash, Steve Nash, guys who won MVPs, Dirk, all that, his agenda. But Michael Jordan was front and center because he was the first black solo superstar the NBA promoted. That means the style of the game. You think I didn't see that cardboard cutout in Home Alone? Was it Home Alone 2? Or was it Home Alone 1? There was a Michael Jordan card. That's before Jordan had won ring one. He was a cardboard cutout in a major blockbuster movie. Product placement ain't by accident. And the Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons were never sold like that, despite winning back-to-back rings, 4 straight Eastern Conference Finals, and 3 straight Finals appearances. That didn't register to ching. If you cha-ching, 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 ain't no money, ain't no register. So you go with what sells. So the point is, everybody from Jordan through Steph Curry was part of the David Stern choo-choo train, okay, and everybody in between. So everybody you want to think about, whoever they were the names, and they all stars, the politics to sell the big cities. You think I'm playing about this? Before we get to Stern, how many teams won championships? And when I say that, the Lakers got 5, the Celtics got 3. Of course, the Pistons was that nuisance that got 2, but the Bulls won 6. And Houston won 2. Point is, until the Spurs came along, everything was geared towards the big city. That's the point of the matter. Till the Spurs won, everything was like a handful. From 1980, you go from 1980 till about, well, I want to say when Miami started winning, but it was all big cities. So when anybody comes at you about, oh, well, it's only because Steph and all this that did, no, no. So from Michael Jordan, Shaq to Steph, everybody in between and all the way around, Dave Robinson, everybody you want to name was a big name. Stern had a style of game that they wanted to be played, and those guys benefited from it. I know some people are going to tell you differently because everything is like, well, because of Stern's rules is why Steph's a top 10 player. No, he had already implemented that for Jordan. As great as Jordan's talents was, don't act like he didn't benefit from them changing the rules to less physicality. Because all this, I know the games were sluggish and constipated and half court, all that, but they initially brought in the game to change up to fit an agenda. And it was beneficial. It was beneficial. So I always call it like I saw it. David Stern was the hands behind it. Adam Silver is continuing what was allowed to be there. Because I do believe David Stern would have greenlighted a lot of the stuff that Adam Silver pushes an agenda. More international play, this in-season tournament thing. He might not have gone for Milwaukee winning a ring and Denver winning a ring. But you got to remember in between there, the Lakers and Golden State did. And the narrative of LeBron and Steph is still fresh. See, you got to see things for what they are in totality. Because even though we talk about parity, right? Until we start seeing an Oklahoma City, Cleveland Finals, or OK City, and, not involving a Boston or New York, but something that you didn't expect. That's what we need to see to make it don't look so fake. Because David Stern, that's why Tim Donahue spoke about what he spoke about, how they give superstar calls and plays. I'm tying it to David Stern for Michael Jordan and Steph Curry. Do your homework with Tim Donahue and all that they said about superstars and plays. Because everything post Magic and Bird, Stern had this pushed agenda. You got to remember something. Magic and Bird was seasoned by the time Stern pretty much came in. They had already been to multiple rank. When Stern's first year, Bird won in second rank. So they'd already been around the rosy and they'd already gotten their noses inwardly, if you think about it. That's the facts. Because Bird played about 8 more years post Stern taking over, and Magic, of course, in 91, because that was really when he retired. I know he came back briefly, but the real retirement was in 91. So we're talking 7 more years. So, respectively, that's what it was. They didn't even get the full totality. And you know, Dr. J didn't get the full totality of David Stern's style of NBA. They geared it a certain way. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, from Jordan to Steph. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.